Okay, so you've generated a reaction, but the last thing I just said was that this reaction is going to be lasting less than a second. You know, it's not going to be lasting very long. It's going to be really fleeting. And from my, I don't believe that any human has the capacity in that kind of a scenario to know exactly when to click. They're in the middle of something and it's motion. To know when the right photo's there, it's not possible. But so the thing's gonna last like less than a second, so the instructions are to click through it even before the reaction starts. So you throw something, you make a laugh, you're clicking already because you don't know where that perfect smile is gonna be, that perfect, oh yeah, thing is gonna be. So you click, you click through it in very high volume. So burst mode, continuous mode on the camera, and every camera, every phone is different. So just, do a little Googling, figure out how to do it on your phone. If it's a phone, you just usually just hold the button. It's a professional, camera. You can figure out what settings to use for your camera, and that's it. You shoot through it, and that's going to come against. So when I was talking about priorities, already you might be starting to get it, why I even was talking about that. You might need to act silly. How important is your ego or your sense of things if other people, are seeing you do this, or even the subject is seeing you do this? How important is that you're just seeing you being really silly? Do you care? Okay, maybe you care. And you have to figure out how important is this goal of capturing that authentic, genuine smile of somebody being happy. How important is that? How precious is that to you that's so important, okay? And we can talk about that more. And now and it might not be. So you have to figure out, how important it is. Another factor is this high volume shooting that might trigger some stuff or come across, there might be some issues there as well. And one issue is, if you're a professional photographer, you're part of who you think of yourself as, oh my God, I know when to predict the click, how to press a button at the right moment to capture the perfect thing. I can almost anticipate something happen. I know when to click, and that's, it's a source of pride that and often with professional photographers, there's a little, a little putting down people that, the phrase of spraying, and even spraying and, they're spraying and praying, and they're taking lots of pictures and hoping something will come out good. So there's like this negative association with people that, sometimes with people that shoot in high volume. But just to let you know, it's different. Like, we're not just spraying around hoping for the best. We're setting up a scenario, and the intentional way to get this shot is to shoot in this moment in high volume, knowing what we need to accomplish and knowing the impossibility of predicting where the right shot is and wanting to do what we need to do to accomplish this goal. Okay? And that's why we're shooting this high volume right now. And so you could get that and say, okay, this is what I have to do now, and I need to do this, and this is the correct thing for me to do to accomplish this goal. And maybe you could, regain your sense of pride, or it could be okay for you if you're a professional photographer, because there's a purpose and this is the way you got to do it, or not. So you might have issues with high volume shooting, and I just say, I'm sorry, you got to deal with it. Actually, I'm not going to say that. You just have to figure out how important it is. So once again, the end goal of capturing these photos have those two particular things that could make you say, yeah, I don't want to do that, right? Yeah, it's not that important to me. And it might. And if it isn't, it isn't. And with the high volume shooting, there's another factor of oh my God, that means I have to look through all those photos afterwards. Like, I don't want to do that. There's too many pictures on my phone. I take way too many pictures anyways. And now you're going to say that the way to accomplish this is to take so many pictures of the same few seconds. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. It's not, and then you might, once again, it's not that important to me. A fake smile is really okay. I don't want to do that. And you might, or you might not. You might say, you know what, again, if I can get that preciousness, that piece of gold, and this is what I have to do this, I have to spend a little more time looking through the photos, that's what I'm going to do. Because if that end result of this formula is for me to accomplish this goal, I'll do it. Because that's what I want. That's my goal, and it's such a precious goal to me to capture an authentic experience of the subject. In this case, of happiness. Okay, so that's, I'm trying to think, high volume. So that's it for now for high volume. But now the next video is about sorting because, okay, so you have all these pictures and there's some, sorting is a little bit different, or discovering the right photos is a little bit different than you might normally, how you normally sort through photos. And I'm going to give you some guidance on that to make the process a lot easier of discovering the correct photos.